Hey everyone, today I was thinking about technology and how it's evolved over the course of a few decades. We started with computers that took up an entire room to operate, and we managed to compact them down to little boxes we can put on our desk. We turned our computers into small, handheld devices that text, call, have access to the internet, and just about anything else a computer can do. We've taught technology to listen to us and follow commands. We've taught technology to do jobs that would typically require a human to do, and we're teaching technology to be capable enough to drive our cars for us. It's amazing how far our technology has come over the past few years. In my opinion, one of the more interesting advancements we've made is the ability to immerse ourselves in an entirely computer-generated world through the power of virtual reality. We've seen virtual reality become more and more accessible over the past few years with the launch of standalone headsets for relatively cheap prices. It seems that the goal of the developers is to make virtual reality as accessible as possible to anyone who wants it. How has virtual reality changed over the past few years, and how will it change in the future? Will it become so prevalent that a metaverse might actually be plausible? Believe it or not, virtual reality isn't as new as you might think. In 1956, the Sensorama was invented, which many people consider to be the first VR machine. This device was very large and definitely wasn't as advanced as our modern conception of VR is, but it was a humble beginning. Throughout the years, there were other attempts at VR, but the major focal point of VR was the prototype of the Oculus Rift in 2010. This was the first modern VR device that was developed, and it set the groundwork for a lot of what was to come. Nearly 4 years later, Facebook bought Oculus for $2 billion and began developing their own technologies with the company. Sony started working on their adaptation of VR for their PlayStation console. Google worked on a VR system for your phone, and in 2015 the HTC Vive headset was unveiled. A year after that, the first generation Oculus Rift was released, and so was PlayStation VR. In 2018, Oculus released its first wire-free Oculus Go headset, which was an important development in VR technology. In 2019, Oculus released their Quest system, which was powerful enough to run some games that would typically require you to be hooked up to your PC. And in 2020, they released the Oculus Quest 2, which made plenty of improvements on the original system. The Quest and Quest 2 were fully wire-free systems that could run some pretty powerful software. They were also both fairly affordable, with their prices being comparable to a new console launch. These two systems changed VR for the better, making it affordable, accessible, and easy to use. Looking forward, it's possible that VR will become so common that we begin using it for everyday situations. Even now, you see companies use VR for their meetings, and games like Rec Room creating social VR hangout spaces. I think over the course of the next decade, we'll see improvements upon the standalone Quest system, which will make VR more affordable and accessible. And we could possibly even use the technology for other tasks. In all reality, what's stopping people from hosting school on VR? We could see companies using VR to test their products in simulations or create blueprints for architecture. There are so many possibilities for the technology already. The discussion of a metaverse is an interesting topic, but it's also very possible. We already have social meetup spaces in VR, ways to do real-world work in VR, and fully developed online shopping which could easily be put into VR. Cryptocurrency fills the need for a virtual currency for a fully online world. The only thing we're really missing is the people willing to live their lives in VR. We essentially have the technology already created to have a VR society. The only thing missing is the people, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if people started joining a fully VR society within the next few years. It's amazing to see how the technology that started as a machine the size of a room has so quickly developed into tiny standalone devices capable of supporting an online community. All that being said, have a great day, everyone.